most famous equation in physics, E equals mc² squared, was introduced by Einstein in his fourth paper. This equation revealed the profound relationship between mass and energy. It asserted that mass and energy are interchangeable, and a small amount of mass could be converted into an immense amount of energy. This insight had far-reaching implications, ultimately contributing to our understanding of nuclear reactions and the development of nuclear energy. In essence, Einstein's Annus Mirabilis of 1905 marked a watershed moment in the history of science. These papers collectively challenged existing paradigms, reshaped our understanding of the fundamental nature of the universe, and paved the way for the modern era of physics. The concepts introduced in these papers continue to influence not only theoretical physics but also technological and philosophical discussions to this day. Einstein's special theory of relativity challenged conventional notions of time and space that had been held since the days of Isaac Newton. According to classical physics, time and space were considered absolute and separate entities. However, Einstein's theory proposed a profound shift, that time and space are not independent of each other, but are interconnected into a single entity known as space-time. One of the key principles of the theory is the concept of relativity, which means that the laws of physics are the same for all observers, regardless of their relative motion. This was a departure from classical mechanics, which assumed that the laws of physics were universal and independent of the observer's motion. In other words, if two observers are moving relative to each other at a constant speed, they would both see the same laws of physics at play. Einstein's theory is built upon two postulates: the principle of relativity. The laws of physics are the same for all observers, regardless of their relative motion, as long as those observers are not accelerating. The constancy of the speed of light. The speed of light in a vacuum is the same for all observers, regardless of their motion or the motion of the source of light. One of the most mind-bending consequences of the theory is time dilation. Einstein showed that as an object's velocity approaches the speed of light, time for that object slows down relative to a stationary observer. This means that time can pass at different rates for different observers depending on their relative velocities. This phenomenon has been confirmed through experiments with high-speed particles. Another consequence is length contraction. As an object's velocity increases, its length along its direction of motion appears shorter to an observer moving relative to it. This effect becomes more pronounced as the object approaches the speed of light. Einstein's special theory of relativity established that space-time is a unified entity where time and space are intertwined. The theory demonstrates that motion through space affects the passage of time, and that the geometry of space-time itself is influenced by mass and energy. This realization was a departure from the classical view of space and time as separate and fixed entities. In summary, Einstein's special theory of relativity revolutionized our understanding of the fundamental fabric of the universe. It introduced the concept that time and space are not fixed absolutes, but rather are intertwined and can be influenced by motion and gravity. The theory's predictions have been confirmed through various experiments, and its impact on physics and our perception of reality is immeasurable. In 1915, Einstein unveiled his general theory of relativity, presenting a new understanding of gravity. He described gravity not as a force, but as the curvature of space-time caused by massive objects. This monumental theory was confirmed through the observation of the bending of light during a solar eclipse, solidifying Einstein's reputation as a scientific luminary. Albert Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his pioneering work on the photoelectric effect. This phenomenon involves the emission of